I found a little girl hiding in my basement at 2 a.m. and when I called the police, they told me something that made me leave my house that same night. I live alone, unless you count my cat, who contributes absolutely nothing financially, but still acts like he owns the place. One night I woke up because I heard what sounded like someone laughing downstairs. At first, I assumed it was the TV, but then I remembered I'd turned it off before bed. I grabbed the closest weapon I could find, which was a baseball bat I haven't used since high school. So naturally, I was feeling extremely qualified for this situation. I slowly walked downstairs and heard the laugh again, this time coming from behind the basement door. I opened it, turned on the light, and saw a little girl sitting at the bottom of the stairs. She looked about 8 years old and was wearing a white nightgown. Every horror movie I've ever watched immediately filed a complaint with my brain. I asked her how she got inside. She didn't answer. She just pointed toward the corner of the basement and whispered, "He told me to hide here." At that point, I decided bravery was wildly overrated. I backed upstairs, locked the basement door, grabbed my cat, and called 911. The police arrived about 10 minutes later and searched the entire basement. They found no little girl, no open windows, and no sign that anyone had broken in. I thought maybe I'd dreamed the whole thing until one officer asked how long I'd lived there. I told him 3 years. He looked at his partner, then asked if I knew what had happened to the previous owner. Apparently, 12 years earlier, a man who lived in my house reported his 8-year-old daughter missing. She was never found. The last place anyone saw her was inside that house. I laughed nervously and said, "Well, that's information the realtor probably should have put somewhere between hardwood floors and great natural lighting." Neither officer laughed. Before leaving, one of them told me to call again if I heard anything unusual. That night, I stayed at a hotel. Around 3 a.m., my phone sent me a notification from the security camera in my kitchen. Motion detected. I opened the live feed expecting to see my cat before remembering my cat was literally sleeping beside me. The kitchen was empty. Then, from somewhere off camera, I heard a little girl laughing. A few seconds later, she whispered, "He knows you saw me." I sold the house 3 months later and never told the new owner what happened. Maybe that makes me a terrible person, but hey, the realtor started it. So what do you think the girl was trying to warn me about? And would you have gone back inside? Drop your theory in the comments and follow for more creepy stories that will make your rent suddenly feel worth it.